Draw. Eric Culver tries it through. Sit down to Gordon Ray. Straight away, it's Raymond. It's short. Shooting drought for both teams here in the first half. Low scoring first 12 and a half minutes. Texas at 16% shooting. Well, the guy that's been red hot is going to get really close. That's part of their issue. Corporal. Jared Culver been a dude for the fans here in Lubbock. We'll talk about that when we go back.
All right, we have things to do. Starting cancellation. Where's your backpack? You know what? I think I'm going to sew your backpack to the back. What do you think?
Introducing Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger Meal. For $5, this giant comes with double the beef and bacon, nuggets, fries, and a drink. Get it delivered through DoorDash today for a limited time.
Hey, you, the one with the designer dog collar. Wondering how I upgraded to this new pad? The 1,200 square foot bathroom and my very own spa. All I have to do is get a look. It's 2% down payment on a fixed rate loan and regular online application, giving me my dream home was easier than ever. Get your human to visit wellsfargo.com/woof. What would she do without me?
A road trip isn't just a road trip. Seek retribution against your biggest rival. North Carolina at 6, Michigan State at 8, Saturday on ESPN.
The fire starter, the woot woot, the brain bomb. These are just some of the symptoms brought on by big savings during the Hyundai Spring Fever sales event. And with 10 vehicles named IIHS Top Safety Next, it's proven to be quite contagious. That's a new one. The Hyundai Spring Fever sales event, the one we left the workers like.
Now lease a 2019 Sonata for $139 a month. We'll get up to $2,500 in total savings. Hurry, offers end soon. Teacher. Musician. Maybe even a future president. We never really know who might be driving around, do we? So that's why we give our cars advanced safety features. It's why we give them enduring quality. It's why we give it everything. It's the 2019 Sonata. Ideas for advanced safety. Everyone we need.
Texas Tech leads by 6. Let's take a look at why there are 45 NBA scouts here tonight. Jared Culver, high IQ, wasn't sense to this match. Seems he's got a guy that he can drive, and he's one of the best finishers in college basketball now. Also, for his size, really good vision. I mentioned the IQ. Take a look, going past dropping that dive. 3 points and while he has not shot the ball as well this year, this is textbook form right here. Let's the follow through at the top. This young man, at the NBA team, you talk about guys. Evan Fournier is having a terrific season in Orlando. That's the guy I was
Yo, what up? Let's roll.
Right now, he's not an all-star projected, maybe not even a starter, but a rotation guy.
Yeah, we got a little bit of the reflection going on. I actually like the glare. It's like we have a laser show. What's up, Shano? Shit. Fuck, I just spilled water all over myself. Thanks, Larry. I blame Larry and Wawa. We lost the laser show. I like the laser show. Fuck, it's crazy, man. My computer screen gets fucking dirty. All right, we've got Texas plus the points and the over in this game. The over's not happening. And Texas Tech is giving Texas some problems here. We're down by 7. It's low scoring. And Texas Tech are just suffocating the Longhorns right now. It's a problem. Longhorns can't string together 2 good games in a row. They played good on Saturday. Fucking 20-11 now. How the fuck do you only have 11 points, fuck? You played 15 fucking minutes, Texas. For the love of God, man. Like, seriously. And the baskets here in this fucking gym are tight, man. Like, who are you passing it to? Who are you passing it to? Holy shit. Fucking Shaka Smart. You could have called a timeout, fuck, a couple of minutes ago to stop this, fuck. It's like, it's been obvious. Guys, it was like 9-8, fuck. Now it's 22-11. Oh, God. Kid takes a bad 3, no rebound. Every shot that misses, it's like clank, clank, clank. Oh, fuck, this game, man. This isn't going well. What's going on in Kansas State? I hope it's going better, fuck. All right, Kansas State are up by 3. Fuck, I was going to take the over in this game, too, and I didn't. I only took Kansas State. But whatever, fuck. Let's just get what we took. And, of course, as soon as I tune in, fucking TCU scores. I don't even know why I watch this shit, fuck. Best thing to do is just bet Alliance football, bet the under, and don't even watch it. Or if you watch it, you'll fall asleep watching it. But you'll win the money going under. And I see Shano saying there's a goal scored, which means I see a red light, which means he's probably talking about hockey, which means the fucking Maple Leafs probably just scored. Fuck, if I'm fucking see, this is my Matlock moment of the night. Shano's in Ontario, fucking hockey going on. I've got the Calgary Flames too. Oh, fuck off. I just got the stream up that quickly. Fucking, that was a shitty goal, fuck. 2-0. Oh, dear God, fuck. Fucking, I was in a good mood too, fuck. San Antonio was winning. Kansas State's winning, but fuck, man. 2-0 for the fucking Maple Leafs. 24-13 in his basketball game, and it's not going to go over. I don't care if Texas loses, but we need to go over. The in-game total is 118.5 right now. San Antonio is up by 13 points. That's good. Brooklyn Nets are destroying Dallas tonight. Should have known Brooklyn were going to bounce back. Yeah, Brooklyn have been struggling. They were due for a sort of a hunker down and blowout win. They're smashing the Mavericks tonight. We'll obviously keep our eye on everything throughout the evening. These fucking games are pissing me off, though. 2-0 Leafs. Ugh. I'm pretty good with Leaf games, too. I didn't think they would win tonight. Well, they haven't won yet, but. But I am. I'm usually pretty good with the Maple Leafs. Evidently wrong. Not tonight. We'll see what happens. The night's still young. We can contort our way out of this. We're going to need Jazz, the late night inputter, to step up here though soon. All right, so what's going on? A bunch of games are going on. I stumbled upon a nice Twitter feed here of old school NHL pictures. What's the Twitter account? Random 80s NHL. I would say it's the guy that does the Super Sports 70s there, whatever, but I think everyone's just sort of ripping him off. I'm pretty sure he does there's another one he does. I think it's the sports paper. There's another one. It's like more serious. He has the pictures and his Sports 70s one where he cracks the jokes. It's a great Twitter account. I think he's got a podcast and stuff too. I asked him to come on a couple of times, but he blew me off, so I won't hold it against him. Still a good Twitter follow. But now there's a lot of the sort of the retro shit. People are copying it. You know what I mean? But I like this NHL exclusive one. Some good pictures. He just started, so the pictures don't go so deep. But some nice memories here. Love the memories of the old school NHL shots. What's up, Frank? What's up, Vegas Gun? Nathan Brooks? Oh, God, is it 3-0? Ugh, fuck. Of all fucking nights, fuck. Of all nights, fuck. Like I said, I'm usually pretty good with the Leafs. Fuck, Cam must be so mad tonight. Fuck, Cam loves the Leafs, and he liked the Flames. I hate to say it, but like, we got to fade Cam's Leaf plays. Not always, but for the most part. There's a lot of times where Cam's like, I think the Leafs will win tonight. I'm like, I don't know. I think they'll lose, right? But tonight, Cam was like, oh, yeah, the Leafs are going to lose. The Leafs are going to lose. And even I was like, yeah, the Leafs will lose this game. I'm not going to overpraise the Leafs for this. I'm going to rip the Flames a little bit. And I'm not a Leaf hater. I think the Leafs are good. But I think the Flames are way fucking overrated, man. Lou and Cam were talking about hockey futures. And remember, Lou was a little off on Saturday night with some of his takes. Like, these guys were penciling like Columbus and here's a fucking they were penciling in Columbus and fucking Calgary. And I told them, I said, Columbus suck, all right? Columbus ain't never winning shit. Columbus will get fucking bounced in the fucking first round like they always do. Columbus aren't going to the Stanley Cup. And I'll tell you right now, neither are the fucking Calgary Flames. Teams from Canada choke, man, all right? It just is. I fell for it last year with Winnipeg. Calgary are overrated. They'll choke. I could buy into Winnipeg maybe, but they're from Canada. So, like, the only team that can do it are the Montreal Canadiens because they're in Quebec. It's somehow different, and they can't do it. They're not good enough. I guess the Toronto Maple Leafs are Canada's hope, but I don't think the Leafs are physical enough. I'll give them credit. They're playing well tonight. I'm watching it right here in front of me. The Leafs are doing everything I say they never fucking do. They're skating, they're forechecking, they're hitting. That Islander game was pretty embarrassing for them. I will give credit to Cam. He did say take both games to go over in the NHL tonight. The first one already did go over. And this one's 3-0 after the first period of play. Gino says the Blue Jackets aren't going to make the playoffs. Yeah, Nate Brooks like little off. I hate to say it because I thought Lou was a little off too with him and Cam with their hockey. They were talking about this team, and I was like, you guys are nuts, fuck. I was like, that team, they're not winning shit, fuck. And it was the Flames and the Jackets, fuck. Lou was pumping the Boston Bruins tires on the radio. I could live with that. I could see the Bruins doing well in the playoffs. But the Bruins could also lose to the Canadiens in the playoffs. Well, what's the deal? No, Lou totally discounted the Tampa Bay Lightning. I brought up, no, not the Lightning. I said, well, guys, I said the Lightning. I said, it looks like the Lightning are pretty much the best team in the league by far. And, no, not the Lightning, the Jackets. I'm like, the Jackets. That was it. Everyone's talking about the Jackets are all in now. They stocked up. I'm like, why? Who do they fucking get? Fuck. Man, the Leafs and the Bruins in the first round. That's going to be a fucking battle, man. I think the Leafs will beat the Bruins in the first round. What do you guys think? But I hate the Bruins, so I'm kind of biased. I really don't like the Boston Bruins. It's strange, too. It's strange of all teams, of all sports that really bother me, but I don't like the Bruins. I don't like betting on the Bruins. If you notice, I don't even talk about the Bruins much. I just I just ignore them. I don't like them. Bruce Chad says to Leafs. Bruce, yeah, settle down, Bruce. We told you you're not allowed talking about basketball, but I think you're not allowed talking about any Toronto sports team. Your hatred for fucking Toronto is too much, Bruce. It's like you're tainted. I don't know what Toronto ever did to you. I don't know what Toronto ever did to you, Bruce, but you're disliking your disdain. Same with you, Drew. Drew just hates fucking Canadian hockey teams. Yeah, whatever happened to you in Toronto? Exactly, Jazz. That's what I'm thinking. What's the deal? Did you go to Toronto as a teenager and get robbed and fucking tied up or something? And hell, that even happened to me in Hollywood, and even I've gone back. It's funny. I went back to Hollywood, and I never have any bad memories really or anything. I even took people on a tour. I took people on a tour before. I was like, yeah, I fucking slept right there. I was showing them I said I used to hang right here, and I was pointing places out. The only place I ever got spooked out was where I got robbed and shit. We were on the street outside the building. I was with my ex-girlfriend. I was like, let's just leave now. I was like, I don't like this street. Yeah. Bruce Chad, a Detroit Red Wing fan, can enjoy watching the fucking playoffs without the Red Wings in it again. Settle down, Bruce. How the Red Wings doing? No, but the crazy thing is, the Leafs can get eliminated in the first round. The Bruins very well. The Bruins they could beat the Leafs. They might beat the Leafs in the first round. The NHL playoff format blows. Fuck, it's stupid. Gary Bettman does a lot of stupid things, but this is the stupidest thing he might have ever done. And whatever, it's the NHL players accept it, so they're stupid too. So it's not just Bettman, actually. They all agree with this shit. They're fucking idiots. It's the owners. They want to save money. Like, you're going to have the San Jose Sharks in Vegas play in the first round, too? It's like, really? Like, it's just, you're eliminating good teams. It's fucking dumb. It's a competitive imbalance. There's always a team in the NHL playoffs that has a free pass and shit. Like, there's always one team that gets a murderer's row because they're good. Like, it's bizarre. Like, you're better off being shit in the NHL. You make the playoffs. You don't play anyone good. Meanwhile, all the good teams have to play each other in the first round because they're close together. Like, well, they're geographically close. Let's make them play. Fans like the rivalry. No, they don't. I'm a Canadiens fan. I'm sick of the Bruins, fuck. Like, it's ridiculous. Every fucking year, oh, the Canadiens and the Bruins in the playoffs. Like, yeah. Oh, great rivalry. It's like, it's boring, fuck. They play like 16 times in the regular season. They play every second year in the playoffs. It's like, man, mix it up a little bit. I don't know. Just make it 1 through 8. How hard is this? Just make it 1 through fucking 8, man. You know what I mean? At least you'll get some fresh matchups every year. Fuck. It's stupid. I really don't the stupid playoff format they have. The NBA has kicked the tires on 1 through 16. The NBA is kicking the tires on 1 through 16. It's a bold step, though. It's a bold step. Like the NBA, they're very intrigued by the prospect of like a Toronto Raptor, Portland Trailblazer playoff series. You know, Lakers versus the Knicks or whatever. You know what I mean? It would really shake things up and make things a hell of a lot more interesting. But the owners aren't going to go for it because it's just too radical. And the travel, the expense, and the time would be a problem. You could do it, but you're asking these guys to really even suck it up and get tougher, which is a problem in today's day and age. Like, can you imagine you're telling them, yeah, listen, fuck, you're going to play in Portland and then you're back in New York the next 2 nights later, back and forth. There's ways around it. You change, go to the 2-3-2 format. You know what I mean? That's the way you handle it. You go to the 2-3-2 format and all the series is, I can live with it. It is what it is. You know, if you're doing the travel type of deal. You know, sports needs to sort of shake things up every once in a while, right? Like baseball, we've talked a lot about baseball. Baseball is going to reinvent itself when they come out of this little fucking strike thing they're inevitably going to go into. And they're going to shake up the divisions. They're going to shake everything up. They're going to fucking, they're going to scrap interleague play. They're basically going to put the Mets and the Yankees in the same division, the fucking Cubs and the White Sox. Because baseball, it costs them too much money to fly around all the time. And plus baseball, it makes sense. People do like it, right? You can't say like, oh, people don't want to see the Mets and the Yankees. Yeah, they do. You know, same with the Angels and the Dodgers. It just makes sense, fuck. Instead of playing 6 times a year, just fucking play 19 times a year. Like, hypothetically, if the Montreal Expos come back, they're slated to be in a division. They're slated to be in a division with Toronto, Boston, New York. Texas and Houston would be in the same division. The White Sox and the Cubs would be in the same division. Like, basically, they would actually go geographical, which makes sense in baseball. Like, you know what I mean? Now, it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed, but the whole thing is people that say, oh, there's tradition. There ain't no tradition, fuck. They added a wild card. That's no tradition. And another thing is the divisions never weren't like this before anyways. You know, these are all new divisions. They have new teams, Colorado and fucking, you know, there's new shit anyways. The Marlins. in 1974, the divisions used to be different, right? So they, Houston, I grew up, Houston was in the National League. They should get rid of the wild card, but unfortunately, they're going to fucking add more to the wild card. They're going to make the wild card a best of 3 instead of the single game eliminator, which the single game eliminator is stupid. I don't like it. Like, personally, like, the whole point of baseball is the regular season. Like, I've never been a big fan of the wild card in baseball. I never saw a need for it. The only reason they did it is because too many fans were left out, right? That's why they did it. Too many cities tapped out, because sometimes you have these divisions, it's fucking over by mid-June. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's inevitable. It happens every year where one division, it's like, well, that team started out 38-14 and that division's done. So there's no drama. People have no reason to go. So they try to, with the wild card, everyone's sort of still in it, at least until like September, right? So yeah, we were going through these the NHL stuff. So I retweeted a great shot of Pelle Lindbergh. Remember Pelle Lindbergh, 1985 Vezina Trophy winner, Philadelphia Flyers. He died in a car crash. Great shot though. Great, that's when goalies look like goalies with the mask and the real pads. You could rob a fucking bank now in goalie gear. Like, honestly, I think it's bulletproof. Fuck. Like, if you look at Lindbergh in the shot I retweeted, like the shoulder pads are just like little soft fucking cushions type thing. They don't stop anything. they really don't stop anything. Some great retro shots, though. We talked about all these old hockey jerseys are the best. And I'm not a big hockey jersey guy for the most part. Some of them work, some of them don't if you're not playing hockey, But the Quebec Nordique jersey, winner. The old Colorado Rockies, winner. Colorado State. I'll retweet the Colorado Rocky one now. And I'll put it in the link here. Colorado State, actually. The football team wear this. They have an alternative. This is their alternative jersey. Big fan of that one. Nice jersey, this one. The C. It's sort of like the state logo, I believe it is. I think it might be the state flag or state logo or whatever. Well, I didn't see the Colorado. You know what I mean? Games weren't on TV when we were kids. Man, I get some weird fucking DMs from people, man. I got a dude, he sends me this thing. He's like, do I have Venmo? I'm like, no, I don't have Venmo. So I respond to him like, no, I don't have Venmo. Why? And he goes, I want to Venmo you some money right now so you can put a parlay in for me. I don't even know the guy. Said, I'm in Louisiana. I can't get a bet in right now. My guy's not answering or something. Can I send you Venmo and can you put a parlay in for me? I responded. I said, well, why don't you open up an account at Bookmaker or MyBookie or, one of the many other betting sites? What is it, a trap? You want to see if I'm going to take your bet? take the money in and don't put the parlay in. I've almost done it. Man, the email scammers are getting better and better at their thing. I got an email today from supposedly Scotiabank, and it looks actually very official. Like I actually like stared. I was looking at it for the weaknesses in it, and I'm like, pretty good, guys. You guys are pretty good. Except the only one problem is I don't have an account at Scotiabank. So, I get them like I don't know why I get as many of them as I do, but I get a lot. I get a lot of fake Apple ones. The problem with your Apple, like your Apple security. Click here. Your Apple this. Click this and that. I never do, because if you actually, if you really look at it and stuff, it's like, yeah, I don't think Apple's fucking email would say Afra Barnrad at the end of it. Fuck Kira-Asher Barnrad at Apple fucking ... whatever. But they're pretty good. Like they ripped the logos off. Like the Scotiabank one was real good. Like they really made it look official. Like I was like, wow, this actually even looks like it's from Scotiabank. Except the reply is fucking weak. And number two, I don't have a Scotiabank account. It's the Chinese, says Larry. So what's the deal? What do they want? They want to, so what, they get your passwords and shit, and then they want to siphon your bank account. If you click, they're able to hack in. Yeah, the phone ones, you get the contest pops up. What's up, Truth? Yeah, I don't reply. I did I don't click anything. I actually replied last week to an Apple one. I hit reply, but it bounced back to me. So they blocked fucking return whatever. All I said was fuck off. And I couldn't, it didn't send. Yeah, they want to steal my identity, huh? So what's that cell phone company up to then? Is that what they're doing? Yeah, they don't send emails, Larry. Banks don't send emails. Banks will call you. Or there'll be an alert like in your account thing as you open it. You know what I mean? But banks don't send emails. Neither does the government. Like that's another one. People fall for fake government things all the time. Exactly. When the bank had an issue with me, exactly, Jazz, they fucking called. They called me a bunch of times, and then they started calling the Fight Network a bunch of times. So they had the phone number. So that was serious. When I realized, like, they said, yeah, listen, your bank has called like 3 times today. Fuck. I was like, oh, shit. I told you it was because I fucking I sent too many fucking e-transfers for a year. I got flagged. They were pretty cool about it. It was only a conversation, really, Yeah, you'll get your statement and shit. Exactly, Larry. Like you'll get, you know what I mean? They'll tell you, hey, we want to tell you about our new thing or whatever. But exactly, you're not going to get something serious though. She ain't going to win shit. Fuck. She's they wanted to know why I sent so many e-transfers. Yet I told them my rent is $2,000 a month. Fuck. So yeah, it was pretty simple. It was because of the stupid fantasy stuff. So I had to explain to them I was sending out all this money, you know, to fantasy sports winners. And the lady didn't understand. And I spoke to another dude that did. And he basically told me, yeah, because I sent fucking over X amount of dollars, I got automatically fucking whatever. Exactly. They just want to check in. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, Big Will. It's funny. They force you to do shit online. They encourage you to do shit online. Hey, look, you can transfer money, no problem. Hey, look, use this, use that. And then when you do it, they're like, why do you use this so much? Like, it's like, well, I'm paying my rent like this fucking because it's easier, fucking because I don't have to go to the bank and you guys make a big deal when I try to pull out $2,000. You know what I mean? Like, you know. Yeah, Sean, exactly. For me, it was over $40,000. So it sounds like a lot of money, actually. You know, I get it, whatever. They basically stated you've sent over $40,000 in email transfers. I said, yeah, that does sound like a lot of money. They said, why did you send 40? And I told them, I said, well, my rent is $1,950. And I said, if you look, I fucking paid my rent pretty much probably about 8 times out of the 12 months fucking online. That's the whole thing. And now what's up, Kyle? Speaking of Kyle, look in Atlanta now. You go to a Falcon or a soccer game, Kyle, don't bring cash. It's no good there. So when they say cashless, so what? You can use a bank card, right? So a debit card? I'm assuming you can use a debit card. They just mean so there's no cash, but fuck. How many people are going to go to football games and fucking lose their fucking cards and shit now? Like, they get it all smashed. You can lose your card. It's coming. It's crazy that they're starting this cashless shit at sporting events. I wonder what their that's gonna be crappy for people to get tips. People are gonna be stiff like for now one for tips. People that serve beer and shit. We're gonna add. Oh, I'm gonna add $2 or $2 like. Yeah, this is where we're going. The cashless society is arriving. This is where it's starting. Yeah. This cashless thing sucks. So what year is it now? What, it's 2019? So what do you figure? By, I guess, what, 2025? Like, when are they really going to wipe cash out for real? It'll take a long time, though. Like, people have cash hidden and buried and shit. Like, they can't just kill cash, but they can do whatever they want to do. They can do whatever they want to do. Denmark. Yeah, it's annoying as fuck. Larry and Wawa. All right, K-State's rolling here, 44-27. I think Denmark's cashless now. Denmark, if Denmark's not totally cashless, they're getting there. I think they've told people basically you've got a little bit of time to turn your money in, essentially. You know, you get credit for it, but like paper money won't be accepted soon. Like, I don't know what that is. You can't erase legal tender. But you know, listen, we know that it's going to go this way due to the fact they can monitor everything. That's the real reality here. They can monitor everything. Right? They can monitor, you know, they can pretty much monitor every transaction you make if there's no cash accepted everywhere. Yet now they're just going to create a black market for cash. Yet, listen, you can't beat it. You can't beat them, man. The net that they have, the cyber net that is coming to us is just, it's unbeatable. Props to, I don't know what politician did this. I should look it up here, but props to, there's a politician in Nevada that basically fucking is trying to pass a bill to make it illegal to put a microchip in somebody. This is where we're at in the future here. Like these are the court cases. Basically, yeah, he's like, you can't put a microchip in somebody against their will. Where is it? This is great. Brain smart chip to give humans super intelligence. Jesus. Fuck off. Yeah. Here we go. Here come the old robot man. Fucking half human, half computer. It's all happening before our eyes. Says, what if you can make money or type something just by thinking about it? Sounds like science fiction, but it might be close to reality. It's a little in 5 years, super smart people could be walking down the street. Men and women who have paid to increase their intelligence. Northwestern neuroscientists are working on a smart chip for your brain. Essentially, your brain will have an internet connection. It'll go straight to Wikipedia. And when you think of something, it'll give you the answer. The business professor and neuroscientist from Northwestern is currently collaborating with a major Silicon Valley company, which is not being named. Facebook has also been working on building a brain-computer interface, and SpaceX and Tulsa Elon Musk is backing a brain-computer interface called Neuralink. Oh, God. Oh, I feel sick. Like, everyone is spending a lot of time right now trying to find ways to get things into the brain without drilling a hole in your skull. Can you eat something will actually get to your brain? Can you eat things and part will assemble inside your head? This is no longer a science problem. This is a social problem. He worries about creating intelligent gaps in society on top of existing gender, racial, and financial inequalities. They can make money just by thinking about the right investments, and we cannot. They're going to get richer, and they're going to get healthier. They're going to live longer. The average IQ of an intelligent monkey is about 70. I didn't know that. The average IQ for a human is about 100. A genius IQ is generally considered to be around 140. People who get smart chips installed in their brains will have IQs of the equivalent of about 200. Approximately 40,000 people in the United States already have smart chips in their heads, but those brain implants are approved for medical use only as for now. They're saying, no, if you have an IQ of 200, you won't even want to talk to another person. They'll say people will be like fucking basically like children to you. You know what I mean? This is some fucked up shit, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. How does this automatically make you rich? There's a lot of smart people that aren't rich. There's no way in hell fucking this shit's gonna. I was gonna say nah, not in 5 years, but maybe. Maybe. Yeah, pretty much every day, if you just sort of follow this stuff, they sort of leave these little trails for you that, oh yeah, we're doing this, we can do this now, we're doing that. Singer Prodigy kills himself. We can't really say it's tragic or anything like that. As I see here, he basically said he was going to do this. Keith Flint had often talked about taking his own life when he was done. He felt that the world had turned into a nanny state and people have turned into zombies. He said, I'm not saving up for anything. I'm cashing it all now. I've always had this thing inside me that when I'm done, I'll just kill myself. I swear to God, that's not suicidal. It's positive. The moment I start shit in the bed is when you'll see me stand in front of a bus. Well, he's a man of his word. He's a man of his word, 49 years old. And the other death of the day is buddy from Beverly Hills 90210, Luke Perry. Krusty the Clown's half brother. Are you comfortable in there, Luke Perry? That was great. Yeah, Luke Perry had a stroke, 52 years old. All right, 4-0 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Do we have a shot in this Texas? Oh, fuck, Texas Tech's pulling away. Fuck. Dear God, we're down 15 points. We got a puncher's chance at the over if Texas could start scoring a bit. Well, that's a big if. I don't know, man. Texas, every time you think they've turned a corner or maybe they got a shot and stuff, to make the tournament, they don't. It's a bad loss for them. It's one thing. Yeah, we're aware, Grinch. Thank you. It's not the Super Bowl, Grinch. You're going to give us Lakers tips off in 4 minutes, Lakers tips off in 3 minutes, Lakers tips off in 2 minutes. We're aware. The Lakers are playing tonight. We know, Grinch. $43-30 Texas Tech. We're down by 13. Come on, Texas. Go on a little bit of a fucking run here. Kansas State are up by 11. San Antonio Spurs are up by 15. So it's one of those winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. The in-game total in the Texas Tech game is up to 123.5 right now. It is 130. We're not that far off, but fucking Texas have 7 points in the second half. They've been outscored 13-7 in the second half. We're down by 15 points now. They just can't score. Another miss, Texas. It's like, fuck, guys. Like, for fuck's sakes, it's aggravating. It's bullshit. Fuck. Like, they miss, like, putbacks and, like, just easy shots Texas miss. And Texas Tech are too deliberate. Like, where there's no, like, quick points. Like, we can't get the over because Texas don't hit threes. Like, you got to push the pace, Texas. Like, you guys keep setting up in the half court. It doesn't work. Fuck. You never get a good shot off. There's an open three. Hit it. There it is. Good. Like, it's crazy. When you're playing a really good defensive team, you can't hesitate. Like, you figure, you got to wait and set up and get a good shot. You can't wait. Like, you wait, Texas Tech are going to hunker down and they're going to fuck you up, man. That's what's happening. Like, on that last possession, boom, the kid just took an early three and it went in because no one was in his face. Like, you got to shoot right away against good teams. Like, when you get a good look and you're open, shoot it. Because when you start going into a half court and doing this shit, they're just going to set up and fuck you up. All right, we got a puncher's chance. We're down by 12. All right, so as far as the Laker game, since Grinch has warned us a bunch of times, what's it down to now? 3.5? It's a tough game right now. I don't know if the points matter. It's like all or nothing, right? The Lakers are either going to win or they're going to lose. All right, we'll go with the fucking Clippers on the money line. Clippers money line. You know, I liked the Knicks tonight, and I didn't pull the trigger. There's a couple of games I liked. I liked the Syracuse game to go over, and I didn't take it too. I was tempted, but it doesn't mean the Knicks will cover. It's 19-18 right now, but I didn't know. Sacramento had no business laying this type of pointage. So yeah, we'll take the Clippers on the money line. So what's the deal, Kyle? You're not allowed drinking right now? You're not allowed drinking right now? No, good. You know what's crazy? My hangover symptoms are down. My hangover symptoms are down. I really, really did. I really was screwing myself up with the lack of water before when I drank. That's why I was so fucking viciously hungover. Actually, my hangovers are probably like normal people's now, but I'm pretty good at actually avoiding them. Like I was like I didn't like drinking like anymore because of the hangover. That's why you notice I drink a bit more now on Saturdays. I drink on the weekends for the most part, but that's a good point. I'm more than 2 glasses, fuck. My new thing is when I drink now, I used to never eat. I never cared about eating when I was drunk before. I just get shit faced. I never drank water. I just pass out after drinking booze. I'd have booze next to me. You know what I mean? Now I make an effort. Like, even if I'm drunk, I crush like a bunch of bottles of water. I make sure I always buy Gatorade before I drink. I drink the Gatorade before I go to sleep, even. So I drink a bottle of Gatorade. The other night, I drank a Gatorade and like 3 bottles of water. And I ate like 3 slices of pizza. So when I woke up, I was sort of fuck. I was a little tired and groggy, but I wasn't. I wasn't like, oh god, I'm hungover. But basically, if you really hydrate yourself up, like a ton of liquid, because hangover is 100% dehydration. I didn't really realize this. Now I'm older and smarter, but that's what it is. It's not even. It's dehydration. The alcohol dehydrates your system. So we talked about, I guess, the best possible thing, and I never did it. I never see it anywhere. Is coconut water. I guess coconut water is even better. Like if you drink coconut has some sort of thing in it that it even fights the hangover even more so. That fights hydration even more. But even regular water, like I said, the Gatorade, a bunch of water, and the food, it absorbs it a bit too. But yeah, coconut water is supposedly the best way to go. All right, so well, we're down by 16, 50 to 34. It's a train wreck. Texas are just 3 for 13 shooting a 3-ball. Shaka Smart makes a lot of money, man. So what's the deal, Kyle? You coming up? We'll start to make plans officially like next week, I guess. Look, Selection Sunday is 2 weeks now, 13 days away. So which means the coming this Thursday, it'll be 2 weeks from the tournament, which is pretty fucking crazy. No, yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks from the tournament. Exactly, Reckless. And that was me. I was chronically dehydrated. Plus, then I was drinking. So I was, that's why I was on near death's door the next day all the time. Like I said, I feel a lot better now. Although I say this every night here with you guys, but I gotta manage my clock better, my sleep and shit. Like it makes a difference, fucking. I've noticed, like, plus, speaking of the stroke and shit, as we were talking about, on a serious note, I was reading about that shit. It's like, yeah, people that fucking sleep less than 6 hours a night are like way higher to get strokes. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pushing that fucking envelope. Like I said, like basically sometimes it takes me like I don't fall asleep right away, right? So if I do this show until midnight and shit, sometimes I don't fall asleep till 2:30, 3 o'clock. And I'm waking up at 6:45, 6:30, and it's jarring. You can pull that off once, but I've been doing a schedule that really I shouldn't be doing for a long time. I've just sort of gotten used to it, but I used to think, wow, I don't want to sleep too much because I'll waste life. But if you don't get enough sleep, your life will be shorter. So I got to manage my body a little bit better. Now, listen, when it's your time, right? But there's certain things you can do. I'm not like totally Johnny Health. I'm not going to go crazy here. One thing though, when you're exhausted, like I don't dream. Like, if you smoke a lot of weed, it fucks your dreams up. Like you don't dream as much. And also, when I go to sleep, I'm so tired all the time. Like I don't really dream. Like, I'm sort of in like I'm not really in a deep sleep. Like it's a weird fucking. So I don't really dream much, but once in a while I will. Like if I sleep a lot and it's sort of natural or whatever. But yesterday I slept a lot, and man, it was fucked up, man. Like I actually woke up from a fucking dream. It was more of a nightmare, to be honest. Like, I didn't want to get into it, but it was like same shit though. Like I don't have cool dreams. Like I don't have like bad things only happen to me in my sleep. It's like a fucking Freddy Krueger movie, man. Like I'm talking fucked up shit, man. Like my mother and like my ex-girlfriend who's dead and like fucking fucked up shit. like really over, like basically like a horror movie. Like if you were trying to like get in someone's head and like we're gonna fuck with this dude when he's sleeping. Like man, like I actually woke up at like fucking 5 a.m. today. Out of it, I was like that fucking whoa. Like I woke up like I gotta wake up, fuck, like out of the dream type shit. And I fucking woke up and I was like, man, I don't even want to go back to sleep, fuck. It's fucking sad here, fucking. But like I said, I don't have cool, fun dreams where I'm banging a bunch of chicks or anything. Fuck. I have fucked up dreams, man. I have fucked up dreams, man. Like bad ones too. Like it's bad. It's always bad. I have other dreams once in a while too, where I fall off a building and shit. And you know, like people, you fall off of, whatever, you wake up or whatever, you don't remember. I fucking see myself hitting shit all the time. Like I fucking I died in my dreams a few times. Like it's fucked up. People are like, oh no, you always wake up. It's like before, it's like I don't fuck. It's like no, fuck. It's like it just like fucking like, I'm telling you. That's why I swear to God, I like to smoke weed right before I go to sleep now because it won't make me dream. I don't want to dream. I'm not into it. My dreams are just some sort of like real life fucking horror shit. I'm not down. Yeah, I don't know much about it, Kyle, but I know that weed suppresses dreams somehow. Yeah, you got to be shitting me, fuck. Unbelievable, fucking San Antonio. You better hang on, motherfuckers. Yeah, because I guess most people dream every night, but I guess I'm just such a big pothead. I don't. Like I don't really dream. I'm a very light sleeper. Like I said, like I'm when I sleep, I'm sort of like still in consciousness of it. You know what I mean? Like my dreams are about reality. It's weird. Yeah, it was some fucked up shit. Fuck. It was basically like it was almost like the Incredible Hulk, man. You know, like the episode with the Grim Reaper and that chick fucking got taken away on the bus and shit. And he's waving at her, but the fucking Grim Reaper waves back. Like that was like my shit, man. Yeah, I should probably see a psychiatrist. Like, I think that's what like if I totally analyze my own dream to be like, yeah, you should probably talk to someone about this. But I'm not going to panic. I mean, his fucking weed's drying out. I'm not happy. Fuck. It's got to be a little light on the light side. Fuck. All right, so yeah, 104, 103. Spurs are up by 1. Now we're in a desperate state to hang on.
A lot of capable shooters, but you think they want this guy to have it. Murray, that's an easy 2. And he missed. Rebound, Millsap out of bounds. Goes to Denver.
Oh.
Millsap got 8 seconds to go.
Oh, rebound ball goes to Denver. Fuck.
Because that's allow guys to play back underneath. Timeout, Denver now with 8 seconds to go. That was a word that was a shot to get, right? Yeah, man. I think he was surprised maybe how.
All right, Clippers and Lakers just started. Oh boy, fuck. Denver have the ball. There's 8 seconds left. They're down by 1. What's that? Yeah. All right, 104-103, 8 seconds left.
Denver, furious comeback with the 3 ball. Barton will inbound this time. It was Murray last time. Oh, Jokic has Derek White. Oh,
That's 5 seconds. Yes.
Rudy Gay's got it in a foul. 4.3 to go. Didn't get it to Jokic soon enough. He was wide open. They didn't realize it, but he had Derek White on him, and that's where you want to throw the ball. That's on the tail end of it there. But on the beginning of the play,
That was a hell of a defensive play by Aldridge.
switched, and my heart just dropped. There he is, right? He was there earlier. And I don't know if Jokic came too deep, Sean, if he pushed forward, because he had LaMarcus fully on his back. Exactly right. But
Rudy Gay misses the free throw.
because Rudy Gay is at the line, misses the first. It's a 1-point game. Denver still has a timeout.
Fuck, man. Denver getting a fucking free still now. He missed them both.
It's timeout. I've been there before.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Seal the game, and I played them. I missed them in the same type of situation. It just happens. Been there long enough. It happens to the best of them. Rudy Gay has been shooting a phenomenal rate all season at 87%. This is both 5 of 8 tonight, where he hit his first 4. And Denver has one more opportunity with 3.3 remaining, and obviously a lot of options. Knowing you, a basket wins the game. You don't need to get 3 exactly, and that's why you have to make that second one. And that's a tricky group over there too. The Nuggets, they have a few, aces up their sleeve, and they've got the players to pull off a play here because they've got a lot of scorers out there on the floor, a lot of guys who can make shots. The Nuggets, in games decided by 4 points or less, have gone 13-2. They are 13-2 in games decided by 4 points or less. So they've had people talk about their lack of experience for the playoffs. But one thing they got experience, and that's late come from behind wins. In the regular season, Spurs do have a foul to give, but boy, you have to be careful. And the Nuggets are out of timeouts. Barton to inbounds with 3.3 to go. Harris, they fouled him before the shot. Now there's 2.4. Wow, I mean, I'm surprised at that. Yeah, you could probably wait a second or two to foul in that situation because Harris is pretty much a half court. I'm surprised Barton threw it to him that far away from the basket with 3 seconds to play. So now they'll take the ball about, maybe 7-8 feet back towards midcourt. He wants something to go toward a similar set. I'm sure Michael Malone covered that at the timeout. Jokic to inbound. Harris. Oh, my goodness. Spurs survive, and I mean survive. 1-3 finish. And reset your pacemaker. Spurs fans, goodness gracious. Here it is again. Give the Nuggets credit. They hung in there. And this is not open to go in. I mean, Harris, he shot that with a lot of confidence. They just said, the Budweiser player of the game, the previous defensive possession when the Spurs got the block that helped them get this win. Oh, Jokic trying to toss that ball back out. LA swipes it away. And, we thought it was over then. But it was an outstanding effort there from LA and Rudy Gay for your Budweiser play of the game. Well, Herb stops on demand. The Spurs demanded about 4 stops in the last 8 seconds there. Right. They got the W. They sweep the homestand. And coming in tonight, the number 18 goes to 36 and 29 now, 25 and 7.
I don't even know what channel Raw is on anymore. Do I even get Raw? Speaking of chicks, I never record shows, but I accidentally realized I can record shows. No, I don't know how to find it now, though. I recorded Wonder Woman, though. I saw Wonder Woman was on, but I was like, oh, fuck, there's a game on at the same time. But quality show, Wonder Woman. I assume I get the USA Network, but I don't know like where that is. I don't need to see it. I see though the fucking what's that chick, Becky Lynch? I see Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey are going at it pretty hard on Twitter. Yeah, I guess it's part of the fucking shtick nowadays, but it seems a little over the top. Like basically, the Becky Lynch chick's talking shit about Ronda's husband and shit. She put Travis Brown's fucking head on the fucking picture, like of a dick. Ronda said your stupid armbar fucking doesn't even do anything. It's not even real. And she said, it looks like you're holding a fucking dick. And she said, what, like your husband's? And she put a fucking picture of fucking Travis Brown's face on it. And Ronda Rousey replied, said, I don't give a shit what the script says. I'm going to beat the living shit out of you next time I see you. I don't know. Is that what they're doing now? Yeah, you can't, you know. I can't believe that these people would tweet shit on their official WWE accounts without Vince's approval, but are they trying to make it like it's real now? Is that like the angle, or they have a real feud going? Yeah, like if you look at Becky Lynch's Twitter account, like she's going pretty hard at Ronda for real. Like she's basically saying you're a fucking, you know, when you lost in the UFC, you cried like a bitch. Like she's fucking, like it seems pretty personal to me. I guess they figure fucking, I guess they told Ronda, you got thick skin. We got to sell this shit. WrestleMania is coming up. And I saw there was a picture. Becky Lynch was at the UFC the other night. She had a T-shirt on. I own Ronda. I don't know. I think Ronda would probably fuck her up in real life. She should probably be careful. Like Ronda just might break her arm for real. Like I wouldn't trust Ronda not to. I'll put it that way. Like Ronda's right. Like Becky Lynch is tough and shit, but those little fake arm bars and shit, they're not the same. Like Ronda Rousey really could break that chick's arm. Yeah, even me, Rich, and I'm like, everything's a work, but even me, I'm like, damn, fuck, like, really? They're doing dick shots now in the WWE? Like, this is like, really? This is what Vince is, this is what they're selling? Hey, the countdown to WrestleMania is real, huh? I guess fucking it's here too. It actually should be pretty epic. In that stadium's fucking massive, man. Like, yeah, I'm basically gonna go. I'm gonna go get shit faced at the FanDuel Sportsbook all fucking day, and I'm gonna roll into WrestleMania around 8 o'clock at night type thing. I'm not going in like I can't. The WrestleMania is like fucking 19 hours, man. It's a fucking marathon. Fuck. Like I won't be out. Like if I go early, I won't be able to last. Like I pretty much have to accept going in and out of this thing that I'm not staying as well. They're gonna like. I'm sure they're gonna stop selling booze at a certain point, which would be a major problem. Like if they stop selling booze at 9, and I'm not sitting there till fucking midnight. Fuck. What is the? I wonder what the alcohol policy is at WrestleMania. like football, you know. All right, they stop serving at the third quarter. Fuck, the end of the third quarter, like whatever it is. Settle down, Brooks. Yeah, so it would be cooler though instead of the WrestleMania, to be honest. The Monday Night Raw, that's the thing to be at, but I want to see the spectacle. I don't care about Monday Night Raws and shit. I want to see the spectacle of WrestleMania. You know it's going to be a crazy ass fucking show, especially in that stadium. Like, there's going to be like 80 motherfucking thousand people in there, 90,000 people. Like the stadium, it's the second biggest stadium in the league. I think it holds 84,000. So plus you have the floor seats. Man, there's gonna be a lot of fucking people in there. It's gonna be a fucking shit show getting in and out of there, though. Yeah, basically, like I said, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the FanDuel Sportsbook, in the afternoon, evening type thing. I'll bet some games. I'll get fucked up at the sportsbook, and I'll stumble on over to the fucking stadium. That's the thing. Like, I know there's cool shit. Like the next show, I think, is an MSG the night before. That's probably pretty cool. There's a bunch of wrestling events in town all week. I saw a few of them. Like, yeah, that's probably pretty cool. Actually, I think there's one at Madison Square Garden, or maybe it's the Barclays Center. The next show. No, I'm gonna go for the shit show. It'll be all right. I'll cruise in. Like I said, Drew, I'm gonna accept. I accept it. You know what I mean? I'm going in there late, and I'm gonna leave early. Like, honestly, I'll go in at like fucking 6 or something. I'll go in at like 6 or 7, and I'll leave at 10. I'll get out of there before the crowd and shit, because I don't care. Like, it's not like a game to me, or like I'm not like, oh, I got to see this. And to be honest, if I go to WrestleMania and I split before the crowd does, I'll be back here in 10 minutes. Fuck. Like, I could watch the fucking rest on here. Like, hey, I was just there. Lakers are up 19-15 right now. All right, K-State wins. And Texas Tech is about to win. And Texas is not going to cover, and it's not going to go over. They're at 106 fucking points. Fuck. 67-49, man. Motherfuckers. Sorry, 116 points. Fuck me, man. Fucking Texas. Fuck. Fucking cocksuckers. Fuck. Nothing's going in for the Clippers right now either. Ugh, fuck, that's fucking frustrating. Speaking of depression issues, Adam Silver speaking at MIT in a sports analytics conference says that depression is a major problem in the NBA. He raises good points, though. Yeah, he's basically stating that they live like basically that the league, they're stars and shit, but a lot of them live in isolation. Basically, they're under a lot of pressure. It leads to anxiety. Adam Silver says, I'm a pretty anxious person myself. That's why the players like talking to me. It's a pretty deep thing. He goes on, he starts talking about how he wants the players in the NBA to be less isolated, basically, even. Like, you know, they all wear headphones. He was talking about, he goes into a room and basically everyone's wearing headphones, everyone's withdrawn and shit. It's funny, going back years, like Colin Kaepernick. When Colin Kaepernick was on the San Francisco 49ers, Harbaugh used to fucking get on him about this. And like players basically, like, it's funny that Kaepernick now is like known as this sort of, you know, martyr type guy or whatever. But when he was the quarterback of the Niners, that was the critique of him amongst on the team, basically, that he was so withdrawn, you know, they didn't talk to anybody. And it's tough if the quarterback doesn't really have a relationship with people on the team. And they said, I remember at the time, like Harbaugh told him, listen, fuck, you can't just wear headphones in the room and like be in your own bubble. This is, you know, it's the social media age that we're in, right? I see it, man. You know, and people like on the ferry and shit, everyone's just staring at their phone, like, doof, like the second they sit down, bam, everyone right to their phone, bam. People are just like dialed in, like people really are sort of just isolated somehow. There's really nothing social about social media. There really should be like, you know how there's like a day, there's an everything day, like small business day and that day. There really should be like, we should all log off fucking day. I've been online more recently than I'd like to be. But there's definitely a correlation between happiness and time spent away from the computer and the internet. It's fucking draining. It's draining for your brain. It's draining for your eyes. It's draining psychologically. It's draining. Like, like Negreanu, like the less, like I said, I've sort of phased politics out. I still follow it, but I don't get angry about it, or you know what I mean? I phased that out. Daniel Negreanu was tweeting about this today. He basically stated, hey, I haven't been on much, and basically stated Negreanu's just doing 30 minutes a day online now. So he does half an hour of like, Facebook or Twitter or whatever, just a half hour a day, and he logs off. And he basically says he feels way better. He's like, I tell you, you guys should give it a shot. But he goes, I feel a lot better. And I've heard that a lot. You know what I mean? Like, this shit's addictive, right? They know it. Like, people are living their life online, but that's why there's so many people. Everyone's single. There's no kids anymore. No one gets married. There's no anything. Nobody meets anyone. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, everything's online. You know, in a good way, it's like, look, nobody is alone anymore, ever, right? There's always a world out there, basically. So you're never alone. There's always a chat room. There's always a fucking something going on. Right? There's always something. It's like it's almost like the movie Cable Guy. You know what I mean? Like, look, like even look, I've only been suspended from Twitter once. It was only like I think it was for one day. I got suspended for 24 hours on Twitter. I really didn't care, to be honest. At first I was like, "What the fuck?" And after like half an hour, I was like, "Eh." I was like, "Whatever, fuck. I'm on that too much." When I came back, I didn't care. I was like, "Ah, fuck. Should almost not go back." It's like one of those deals. Like Facebook dude, I was on Facebook for fucking years. Facebook wouldn't let me in. Like I lost my password. I'm not really on it much. I didn't know. Like even now, it's sort of automatic Facebook. But if I got knocked out, I really wouldn't remember how to get in. And I didn't care. I wasn't on for fucking years, man. I just didn't give a shit. It's pretty crazy. But if you look at Rutgers basketball, they're actually pretty good now. Like by Rutgers standards, let's give them credit. Like they're battling to get a winning record that says something, and they're in a tough conference in the Big Ten, right? So Rutgers really turned shit around, man, this year, like basketball wise. And basically, the coach stated, and the players admitted it, that it was social media and their phones. Basically, like the coach was on the bus with them once, and he looked up, and nobody was talking to each other. Everybody was on the phones. Everyone had headphones on. And he said fucking right after practice, as soon as he would stop talking, everyone would fucking run. And he basically told them fucking, it was a great speech, he said. Like he didn't wasn't like old man like Bobby Knight smashing phones and shit. It was the coach of Rutgers. He said to them, fucking looking into a phone isn't going to make you a better basketball player. Looking into your phone isn't going to get you to the NBA. Looking into the phone won't help you graduate. Looking into the phone won't help you get a job. Looking into the phone won't make you money. And he said, you want to keep looking into the phone, you'll have a lot of time after because you're never going to do anything in life because that's all you do. And he said, put the fucking phones down. And he said, let's fucking play basketball. And he said that it was a process because he said I couldn't go in there and just rip their phones out of their hands. So he started stressing, and then he basically stated that the team took it upon themselves, and then they were like, yo, no phones. No phones. Look at me, even with Corey and fucking Michelle. We're doing a fucking show, and they're on their fucking phone. It's like the new thing. Like, you know what I mean? People, like, it's like, oh, I'm on my phone. I see it on CNN and shit. Fucking hosts holding phones in their hands and shit. right? Like, it's non-productive. It really it is. It's non-productive. Like, unless you're getting paid by the word, fuck, what's the point, fuck? Like, look at all the words I've tweeted. I could have wrote in 10 books, fuck. All the fucking time spent fucking tweeting. 30-24. It's not looking good right now for the Clippers. The Lakers are sort of playing well out of the gate here. Plus, the Clippers are almost like the Clippers are like the Clippers always screw me. But listen, the Lakers are kind of flaky, so the Lakers could like blow this. It's only up by 6. Tomorrow in the morning after, we're going to have a dude that covers the Arizona Cardinals stepping up and in. A lot of talk about we'll be talking about Kyler Murray. It's funny. Last week I said that Antonio Brown and Seattle are the perfect fit. And of course, Warren Moon said it's not a good fit. And now I'm seeing that the Seattle Seahawks actually, here it is. The New Orleans Saints and Seattle Seahawks have both strongly considered getting involved and making a formal offer for Antonio Brown, but both teams decided against it. The Raiders, Redskins, Tennessee Titans, and Philadelphia Eagles are now in the mix for Antonio Brown. Yeah, who wrote this? Is this Lackenfora? Yeah. Lackenfora says that the Tennessee, I don't know if he's right, but he's saying the Tennessee rumors said Tennessee haven't actually made an offer. That it's just their name's just out there. But that the Raiders and the Redskins are dead serious, which isn't a surprise. The Redskins are the perfect fit for Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's going to I don't think he realizes what he's in store for. Like, you're going to a worse team, bro, with a worse quarterback. Like, there's also word that the Redskins are fucking in talks with the Dolphins for Ryan Tannehill. The Redskins need a quarterback. The Redskins need a quarterback. And it doesn't appear as though they want to draft one. I don't know. Because they're the Redskins. So they want to get someone that can play right away. And the Dolphins want to get rid of Tannehill. And it looks like the Redskins are willing to fucking step up. Look, I think Tannehill only has a year left on his contract, though, or something. So I sort of get it if you're the Redskins. It fills a void. Gruden was a quarterback. He probably figures he can work with Tannehill. I don't think Tannehill is as bad as a lot of people do. What's interesting now, I mean, this is craziness. We're going to talk about this in the morning with the guy from Arizona, but I don't know if NFL GMs are just fucking bluffing. But Kurt Warner said this. Cam talked about this today even. That the Arizona Cardinals can only get a 3rd-round pick for Josh Rosen. And I'll tell you what, like, if you're an NFL team and you can get Josh Rosen for a 3rd-round pick, it's negligent if you don't do it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is and what the hate is for Josh Rosen. I don't know if it's because he's a free thinker or he doesn't kiss their ass or just what it is, but there's always the smear campaign with this dude. And the fact is, he can play. Like, if you can get Josh Rosen for a third-round pick, you're fucking stealing him. You're stealing him. You're stealing him. You know, like you were talking about a guy that was a first-round talent, 9th overall pick in the draft. I think that the comparisons to Jared Goff are great, in which Jared Goff was heavily criticized after a year and even after 2 years. That, oh, Jared Goff this, Jared Goff that. Jared Goff fucking was playing with fucking Jeff Fisher as his head coach. You know what I mean? They handed the football off all the time. They were a terrible team. And it's not like Jeff Fisher can make Jared Goff any better. Jared Goff got with Sean McVay, a real offensive guy, and then boom. Suddenly, you know what I mean? If you look at Josh Rosen didn't even start the season. All right, Sam Bradford did. Josh Rosen got fucking thrown in to a terrible team, terrible situation. And they fired the offensive coordinator. So imagine you're a rookie quarterback, you're on a shitty team, and after 2 starts, they fire your OC. And as soon as Byron Leftwich became the offensive coordinator, like Rosen looked good down the stretch. It wasn't like Rosen was terrible in the last month of the season when he had something to work with. Good job, Bruce. I think you got pretty lucky. Yeah, you landed on 60. That was a high total at 61. Good call. I think you're right to bet these. It's a good call by you betting those high totals in the first quarter because you need a real slick, clean ride to get to 62. That's the thing. I mean, if you're the New York Giants, you know, you don't need to take Haskins just because every mock draft is telling you to take Haskins. You know what I mean? I like Haskins too. I think Haskins could be good, but Josh Rosen for a third-round pick is better than getting Haskins with the 5th overall pick. Like, seriously, if you can get Josh Rosen for the third overall, it's perfect. You get Josh Rosen in New York. You groom him behind Eli Manning. It's Eli Manning's swan song for real. You know what I mean? And if Eli gets hurt or Eli's terrible, whatever, you put Rosen in. But basically, you let Rosen get acclimated to the offense, and then boom, Josh Rosen's your quarterback the following year, and he's a little more seasoned even. A little more seasoned even. If I was the Denver Broncos, I would look hard at Josh Rosen. The problem with Josh Rosen is, like I said earlier, a lot of general managers, they don't like him. Like, they don't like him personally. Like, the Buffalo Bills liked him a lot. Like, supposedly, like, the Bills, like, grades from, like, a football standpoint. Right? They liked him, but McDermott didn't like him when he met him. McDermott was like, he's not a Buffalo type of guy. They thought he was too kind of flaky or California-ish. You know, Josh Allen's that sort of raw type dude McDermott likes. But it's too bad, you know what I mean? Like, I should have pounded the fucking bet. We got to wait till the NFL draft. But remember, I told you the over/under for for Kyler Murray in the draft was 9.5. I said, "Oh, slam me under, fuck!" And lo and behold, like they took it off the board. Like Kyler Murray guaranteed is going before the top 9 picks. Like he's gonna be one of the top picks. Like he'll probably be the first overall pick. which is pretty nuts too, because he didn't even work out. Which shows like how smart he is actually, or the team around him and shit. He really has handled things well. Like, it seems ridiculous that he wouldn't do anything at the combine, but at the same point in time, he's like, why, you know, his stock can only go down, right? Like, his stock, like, it's funny too, because people are like, oh, like, you'll hear some people, oh, he didn't throw, and like, it's ridiculous, it hurt, and all this shit. I read a lot of this stuff, guys. Not one person from the draft said it hurt him that he didn't throw. Everybody said the same thing. They were like, no, we don't care. We're going to see him at his pro day. And he does private workouts, right? Like, he'll do a private workout with your team coming up now. So it's not like he's like, oh, you can't see me do anything before you draft me. You can, but now he'll pick and choose the teams, right? This is where it gets fucking, you know, this is where it gets. So like, let's say a team is drafting like 18th or something. And they call him or his agent and they're like, listen, we want you to work out for us. He'll say no. You know what I mean? Like, he'll work out probably for like 5 teams, you know? Like, he's not going to work out for like the Green Bay Packers or something. You know, he's not going to work out for the New England Patriots. You know, it's a waste of time for him. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to, you know, why? You guys are drafting way later than I'm going to be going. So like, he'll work out for the Cardinals. He'll work out for the Raiders, you know, the Jaguars, the Giants, you know what I mean? Whatever teams that he thinks, all right, there's a legitimate chance I'll work for these guys. Oh, listen, I'm not saying I would take him first overall. I like Dwayne Haskins better than him. I like Drew Lock. I do think that people are they're kissing his ass. But the thing is, the reason he's doing this is because he fucking knows he's going to get taken this high. They've already told him. I think Arizona told him. I think he knows it's real with Kingsbury. The guy didn't leave baseball without a guarantee that he's going to be like really highly taken. Like, he didn't do this to be taken fucking, you know, like Lamar Jackson, 32nd overall or something. Yeah, but Russell Wilson's better than he is. Russell Wilson has a much better arm than he does. Like, he's got a strong arm and shit, Kyler Murray. Like, you know what I mean? He can throw it and stuff. But Wilson, like, has real velocity on the ball. Like, Wilson's just a, you know, next level, like, superstar. But I don't know. We'll see. Some people think Kyler Murray is. Yeah, the kid from Oregon is very interesting. The kid from Oregon sort of has, he's similar to Ty Rich. He's similar to the kid from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, in a sense. Lawrence's passes are a little better. But the kid from Oregon, like, makes some serious NFL throws. Like, sometimes he'll throw this ball. You're like, holy fuck, look at that. Like, he's like Ben Roethlisberger or something. Like, the Justin Herbert, like, he'll throw these passes. But he's, you know, at other times they'll sail. He's a little inconsistent. You know, he's a kid though, right? So yeah, you know what? The Suns won the other night, Spencer. As you'll notice that shit teams, when they win, they'll sometimes like win a couple of games in a row. I sort of like the Suns tonight, but it took big kahunas to do it. All right, Clippers are on a little run. They cut the lead to 1. Herbert's, listen, I'm no quarterback coach, but Herbert's footwork's a little awkward and shit. But he's a big kid, you know? It was pretty ballsy of the kid to go back to college because he would have been in the mix with all these guys. Like, honestly, we've been talking about him right now. He really could have. But it's pretty crazy. Like, he's kind of old-fashioned in a sense that he likes college. Like, he basically likes playing college football. And he, you know what I mean? He also knows that he'll be like probably the #1 pick next year. Right. And he knows that he's not fully ready. And another thing is he didn't need the money. His family's not poor. And he'll have an insurance policy out if he gets hurt and shit. Right. So. Like, that's the thing with the Tyree Jackson kid. He really should have went back to Buffalo too. But I don't know. Whatever. Fuck. What do I know? Like, honestly, if he goes back to Buffalo, he's not getting the coaching that he's going to get in the NFL now, at least, right? But I think what we said earlier about Tyree Jackson earlier in the day about him, I think he'll end up being a tight end in the NFL. He doesn't want to hear that, but I don't. He's got a cannon for a fucking arm, though. I get it, but he's so raw, and there's no time for rawness in the NFL. Coaches don't have time. GMs don't have time. There used to be a 5-year window for coaches and GMs. It's really a 2-year, 3-year max now type thing. No, next year he's the top guy, Jazz. The Lawrence kid isn't in the draft next year. The Lawrence kid's stuck. He's got to play for another couple of more years. And the rankings are already up. Nah. It'll be the exact same thing, Jazz. Tua will be next year's Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be like, what kind of quarterback do you want? Do you want a throwing quarterback or do you want a running quarterback, right? Like, there's a big difference between the two of them. And Tua's stock, Tua didn't look great against Clemson. Like, people need to settle down with these kids because they have big games and shit. Like, Tua fucking shredded pretty bad competition. Like, he's got to, like, honestly, like, Tua is basically a better Marcus Mariota. He's got a stronger arm than Mariota. Listen, I like Tua, but you know what Tua is? He's basically Colin Kaepernick. He's a little more accurate than Colin Kaepernick, but he's essentially Colin Kaepernick, Tua. But like I said, like, not all coaches like quarterbacks like him. Like, look, he's 6'1", which means, is he 6'1"? I'm just saying, I like Tua. I'm not bashing him, but Justin Herbert's 6'6". Like, if you look, like, basically, look, Walter football's good. Tua, powerful arm, can make any throw required at the NFL level. Solid athlete. Some running ability. Justin Herbert, best skill set, could have declared for the NFL draft, might have been one of the top quarterback, might have been the top quarterback taken this year. Strong arm. They're saying Herbert's strengths. Good size, strong arm, yet has nice touch for a big man. Can drop loft passes in, soft passes, nice ball placement. Can lead his receivers, beats quality coverage. Given his height and size, comfortably stands in the pocket. See, if you look at his scouting report, like it's more detailed and, you know what I mean, sort of NFL caliber than Tua. Along with his arm, Herbert, quality athlete, his ability to pick up yards when needed on the ground. Needs improvement with his field vision. Needs to work on reading his progressions. His college system often has him throwing to his first target. He often focuses on one side of the field. Still, no doubt that Herbert has a skill set to be starting on Sundays. And there's plenty of upside to develop even more. Number 3, Jake Fromm, Georgia. And then there's a big drop-off. KJ Costello, Stanford, nah. Jacob Eason, Washington. Kid transferred out of Georgia. Shea Patterson, Michigan. I think Patterson's more a college guy. So, no, Herbert, whatever. It'll be between Herbert and fucking Tua next year. No, it's not so much the competition, but Herbert gets to throw the ball more than Tua. Sort of like a goalie, Jazz, in the Quebec League, you know? You can really work on your skills being a quarterback in the Pac-12, throwing that ball all the time. Tua throws a couple of bombs in a game. Like Alabama's offense is pretty controlled, you know? But yeah, listen, it's a slam dunk. It's between those two. That's Walter Football. This is interesting here, I see. Wow. This is interesting. Never really thought about it too much, but the fact that Tua throws the ball left-handed is a detriment. There are 0 left-handed quarterbacks in the NFL. There's an NFL scout on Tua. He can really fucking throw the ball. He's accurate, strong arm, quick, and all of that. Some of the throws that we saw him make, wow. Same NFL scout goes on to say the biggest knock against him is he's left-handed. Tua will be the best left-handed quarterback since Michael Vick. No left-handed quarterback has started an NFL game since 2015. No left-hander threw a pass in 2016. Wow. The last left-handed player to throw a touchdown in the NFL is actually Dez Bryant, who did it on a trick play to Jason Witten in 2016. Wow, I never really realized they're phasing lefties out. Tim Tebow is left-handed, now slugging fastballs. Kellen Moore was left-handed, is now in the Cowboys coaching staff. Michael Vick hasn't played since 2015. Lefties of lore like Steve Young, Boomer Esiason, and Mark Brunell are long gone. Director of Collective Scouting in the QB Collective explains NFL bias towards left-handed quarterbacks comes from the coordinators. There are subtle complications that range from unfamiliar rotation of the football to the backside protection being the completely opposite. Coordinators have to do everything backwards, and they don't want to go through the fucking problem of doing it. One NFL scout says, this is funny, NFL scout says, NFL offenses are skewed to the right more than Fox News are. Basically, everything is to the right. Florida coach Dan Mullen, who coached Tim Tebow, explained some of the nuances. He noted that it's a different pocket area, which complicates things up different for drop back and play action. It also causes, and now another guy says, it goes on, it also causes problems with your backup quarterback. He said you have a right-handed quarterback and a left-handed quarterback. You have two different fucking schemes, and it doesn't work. You can't do it. And basically, they're saying coordinators don't like fucking running everything to the left. It's like, so basically, everything is like backwards. I see their point now. Like, yeah, this isn't me. These are NFL guys. Look, even coaches are saying. I mean, look, it's factual here. Look, no quarterbacks, no lefties have thrown a pass since fucking Dak Prescott on a trick play. Left-handed quarterbacks haven't been drafted. There's not as much continuity. If the number 2 quarterback is the left-hander, he doesn't fit with the group going drill to drills. As Mullen says, it opens up different situations and complicates blocking schemes if your quarterback is left-handed. One college coach pointed out that coaches avoid recruiting left-handed quarterbacks completely. Considering that lefties are just 10% of the human population, it makes the opportunity to recruit them rare in the first place. Ironically enough, Tua's favorite quarterback, Matt Leinart, a left-handed quarterback. That's who I looked up to as a youth. You know what's crazy about that is the nuances of this stuff, Vegas Gunning guys, is Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick only has left-footed punters. Isn't that fucked up? He's the only one. Like, I don't know why people don't copy his ideas. Like, so Bill Belichick has left kickers that kick with their left foot because the rotation is different on the punt and it's harder to catch because everyone's used to a fucking punt from a right foot. I know it sounds stupid, but it's true. Like Belichick, like everything, he thinks of everything, like basically everything, every little everything. Like, so the ball is different if it's coming from the left foot than the right foot, the trajectory and shit. And there's no left-footed punters, basically. So it seems like you're crazy. What are you talking about? But basically the trajectory is different and the angle is different and guys fucking drop the ball more. Like Belichick, it's a non-starter. You got to kick the ball with your left foot. I don't understand how the rotation is different, though. Like if you throw a ball, you throw a ball. Like what's different? Like what's different about the rotation? It's weird, but I guess it is. It's the spinning, right? So It's coming from the spinning. It's like the earth is spinning in a different way, and it fucks receivers up too. That's another thing too. Like receivers don't like catching passes from left-handed quarterbacks. And another thing is too, guys. So like basically, you're a right-handed quarterback. Everything's going like to the right. You know what I mean? So bam, slant to the right, to the right. Now the blocking scheme, everything is turned around. Everything rolls to the left. So you've got to draft a fucking lineman that's fucking on the right side or pass to the left side now. Like, yeah, but our guy isn't good to the left. He's the right guy. Like your blind side guy has to change and shit, right? Like the blind side becomes another side. Like I can see how a fucking coach is like, fuck this, fuck. I'm not rearranging fucking everything for fucking one guy. You know? That's crazy too, eh? College coaches. He said some college coaches just avoid left-handed quarterbacks completely. But I think Tua will be just fine. I don't think Tua will get looked over because he's left-handed. But it's interesting, though. I never thought of it. Did you guys, about the lack of left-handed quarterbacks in the NFL? Like, there's no left-handed quarterback in the NFL now. Like, the numbers speak for themselves. There's proof. Like, the proof is proof. Didn't Tua throw the ball right-handed when he was a kid? I could have sworn I remember, like, he's so good that he used to play right-handed and he actually switched back when he was a teenager or something. Look, I like Tua a lot. I know. Fascinating. At least we learned something here tonight on the way out. I wish the story continues. Oh, it does. Good, good, good. I was like, wow, this is a great article here, like with the scout take. Here it is. It goes on. Good. Basically, if you're left-handed, you want to be baseball. The demand for baseball lefties is completely different. This is interesting. Tua asked about this. Tua actually did not know. There's no NFL quarterback left-handed in the NFL. He said he grew up rooting for USC, relating to Liner's left-handed delivery so much that he actually wore number 11 in youth football. That's who I looked up to. When he arrived at Alabama, Tagliabue said that a lot of the receivers remarked on how the spin was different when they ran routes with him. But they said the adjustment didn't take long. Star wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. It's something you get used to pretty fast. Alabama offensive coordinator Mike Lawson said the biggest factor for him coaching a left-handed quarterback is him moving in the pocket, making sure it goes to the strength of his throwing side. He said it does factor into the play calling, and there's a focus on calling plays to make sure that we're throwing to his throwing side. Loxley goes on, when you're moving in the pocket and he's sprinting out or he's running boots and nakeds, it's a little awkward throwing to the right with a left-handed quarterback. It's a lot more challenging to align them to make throws, honestly. fuck, you see, man, it's like even with Tua, this is like the guy talking honestly about like it's a problem. You know what I mean? And this is another thing. What did the guy say in the NFL? He goes, NFL offenses skew more to the right than Fox News does. Me too, Drew. Don't you remember that? Don't you remember that, Drew? I swear to God, like in this article, it doesn't say this because he's talking about how he looked up to fucking to Leinart, but I swear I heard them talking about that. That, oh yeah, he used to fucking throw right-handed, but his father said, you're a lefty. What's up? Yeah, settle down, Andrew. Did you get the Domino special tonight, Bruce? It's Monday, isn't it? Cheap night. Even Papa John's has that. Tomorrow I got to take one. Shit ain't easy. Once in a while, we get like these guests booked, and I'm like, "Fuck, man, what am I supposed to do with this?" You know. And we try to move it around and get out of it, but we can't. So tomorrow is going to be like chick day on the show. Fuck. We had Leslie Visser, who I don't mind. Leslie Visser, she's a legend, and Holly Robinson Pete. So I just got an email and it's like fucking Leslie Visser canceled. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, she was the fucking better one out of the two. Oh, fuck. It was like, how about you get Rodney Pete on? Fuck, It's only 7 minutes though, so it's what the company we're syndicated on. I don't know what it is, man. Like they get every black actress, fuck Rudy, Vivica Fox, fucking Holly Robinson Pete. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, she was on to Hang Mr. Cooper. Yeah. I like Rodney Pete too. I've always liked Rodney Pete. It's funny. They have a show on the Hallmark Network, Hanging with the Petes or something like that, basically. I don't know what it's called, something like that. And it's basically like the Kardashians or you know what I mean? Like they're a normal family. There's no chaos and shit. Like fucking, I don't know, one of the sons works for the Dodgers and fucking, I don't know, one of the daughters like an actress, and Rodney Pete and fucking Holly Robinson Pete drive around in an RV visiting America and shit. Like no controversy. You know what I mean? I always get the feeling like she wears the pants and that. Like, yeah, not now, Rodney. Like even I saw a picture of the fucking show. She's driving the RV. like, I see like there's a commercial. It's, hi, I'm Holly Robinson Pete. Fucking, hi, I'm Rodney. It's like she does the talking, Rodney Pete's like, I'm Holly Robinson Pete's husband. Yeah, last thing about Tua here. Last thing about Tua is I don't give a shit what fucking hand the kid throws the fucking football with. The kid's got a cannon. All right, listen, I like the kid. I like him better than Herbert. I like him better than Herbert too. But there will be some guys that like the 6'6" guy better, right? The right-handed 6'6" guy. a challenge it is, though. And I never really thought about it. If you think about it, though, we got to get out of here. But if you think about it, it shows how good Alabama really is. Like that. They had fucking Jalen Hurts and Tua coming in and out of those games interchangeable, essentially. And like they had to think totally on the fly. All right, right-handed quarterback, right? Left-handed quarterback. Like Mike Locksley said, he goes, yeah, it's a challenge, fuck. You know what I mean? Like you gotta remember, you got a left-handed quarterback. Yeah, like I said, I don't care what hand he throws the ball with. This kid can throw the ball. It's true though. Tua's not really a scrambler. He is athletic. He can run. But it is true. If you remember against Clemson, he took off and he would get smoked. Like he doesn't have that breakaway speed. He's a quarterback, right? He is a quarterback. He's not. Mariota is a pretty good scrambler. But Mariota gets killed scrambling, fucking the NFL. Like Mariota always gets hurt, fucking scrambling around. Mariota's just not getting any better. Like Mariota's one of these guys where his first year, you're like, fuck, he's pretty good. Like, he's pretty much what you thought he'd be, and he'll only get better. But he's never really gotten better. Like Mariota does the same things now as he did 3 years ago. It's very bizarre. Him and Winston too. Like Jameis Winston never got better. Like Jameis Winston, like you watch a game from Jameis Winston's rookie year and watch a game now. He's the same quarterback. Like he's just, it's very, very strange. But it's a weird deal with Marcus Mariota because he's not bad. You know what I mean? They're going to be in a tough thing. I think it's the last year of his contract this year. Because look, he came into the league with Winston, and it's Winston's contract's up. So I imagine Mariota's is now too. It would be the same thing. So, like Winston has one more year left. We're going to get out of here, but I'll tell you now, this might be dangerous, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might be a fucking good team next year. Like, look, Jameis Winston, it's a contract year. He's got Bruce Arians up his ass now. Like, Arians is already threatening him and shit already. You know what I mean? They're not even in camp yet. And you better be in fucking shape. You can't turn the ball over. Like, fucking Arians is, like, on him. And they brought in Byron Leftwich, which I love. Like, Leftwich showed he could really do this in Arizona. Leftwich was a quarterback. He can relate. He can be that conduit in between Arians and fucking and Winston. Like, Winston has a lot of things going for him here, coming into this year. He's just got to fucking do it, Like, if he takes this seriously, Winston, Bruce Arians is a good coach, I didn't like, he kind of sucked with Arizona at the end, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, so we'll be talking football in the morning. We'll be talking football in the morning, and what's the score at the half here? Ooh, the Clippers are up 61-57. One of those type of nights. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. I guess as it is now, actually, we're 2-3, actually. So if we can get the Clippers on the way out here, we'd be 3-3, but we got it on the money line, so it would be a little break even or a little profit with the juice, whatever, with the plus 145 helping get it back. I should have stayed away from the total. I'm fucking done with college totals, man. Fucking Texas tonight. Fuck. Whatever. It is what it is. We had a good Saturday like we promised we would. We'll have a good weekend this weekend. Gonna hammer. I'm not gonna fuck around this week in the AF. The games are going under, and I don't see what's going to change. Now, listen, they're going to lower the totals. They're going to put like 37.5, 36.5 up this week. There might even be 34s and shit, but they're just not getting there. Like, the offenses just aren't very good in this league. And I'll tell you right now, let me see. All right, win outright. What are the odds? It's only plus 150. I'll call it right now. The AAF championship game will be San Diego and Orlando. San Diego are coming on. Like, this team can run the ball and shit. And it's sort of a toss-up in the West. Arizona are kind of fraudulent. They're not as good as the hype was. Orlando are the class of the league. They're plus 150, though. It's not enough to wait for fucking 6 weeks. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you in the morning. Those of you that are up in the mornings, if not in the afternoon. If not, we'll see you tomorrow night with Feinberg. Other than that, fuck, I should have been out of here half an hour ago, if not sooner, but it is what it is. Hey, you can't say you don't get your money's worth. Later.